In my time of building PCs in around 5 years or so, the most common budget in Malaysia is around the range of 2,500 to 3,000 ringgit. And usually around this budget, people would tend to look for casing with a few features. 1. They want a casing with good airflow. 2. They want a casing with a lot of fans that's included, so they can stretch their budget to the max. 3. Most importantly, they want RGB. Montech Mesh X3 over here seems to have all the boxes ticked. Let's check it out. Hello everyone, and welcome back to Tech5 Production. So the casing that we'll be checking out today is the Montech Mesh X3. Now size-wise for this casing, its footprint is actually quite similar to an MATX casing, but just taller. This gives it the convenience of an MATX casing, but the versatility of an ATX casing. Now in terms of clearance for this casing, it's able to support CPU cooler height of 160mm, and for GPU supported length, it's a bit on the shorter side with it supporting 305mm. The good news is, the new RTX 4070 series of GPU does have shorter options, and they will fit perfectly here in this casing. Into the party piece of the Montech Mesh X3, and that is the value proposition of this casing. With it coming included with 6 RGB fans, 3 of them being 140mm in the front and the rest being 120mm. And yep, you heard that right. The front of this casing actually supports up to 3 140mm fans, something that actually a lot of casing nowadays can't do, and it's in a compact casing size as well. For the rest of the fan placement, they are pretty standard, with the top over here having 2 120mm fans and the back over here having one 120mm fan. The inside of this casing actually supports 2 more 120mm fan down here that is right above the power supply strap to allow you to have direct air to your GPU. Not forgetting to mention, all these fans have static RGB, and due to the X3 having a full mesh front panel, the airflow here is good. All these features for casing being only priced at 219 ringgit. To put that value into some perspective, you could have a whole set of triple pack fans outside, and for it to cost more than this casing. And this casing comes with 6 fans. Before moving further, I would like to mention a shortcoming of this casing, and that is all of the 6 included fans over here are using molex connector. For anyone who have built their own PC before would know how annoying it is to connect the molex connector. And of course, changing the original fans into something more premium such as this NZXT F140 is always an option for you to further personalize your build and to give it even more airflow than your standard configuration. In terms of aesthetic and design, I think this casing looks pretty good, with the front mesh over here having quite a distinct look, and if you look properly on the inside, it actually has a honeycomb mesh inside as well, and the 2 sides over here have little ventilation hole to allow for even more airflow and have quite a distinct design. For the side panel of this casing, you'll be using the more common tempered glass that most gaming cases have nowadays, and you'll have the more atas swivel door design to allow you to have easy access on the inside, and overall just make this casing look slightly more atas. Other things such as the I/O on this casing, it'll come with 2 USB 2.0, 1 USB 3.0, an audio and a mic jack, both separated, and an LED button to allow you to switch on and off the RGB of this casing. Yes, even though it's static RGB, you still can turn it on and off, which is very useful in places such as an office where you want to keep a low profile. Jumping to the back of this casing, you'll be greeted with a very practical backside of the casing, with it having 2 SSD mounting tray over here and a hard drive mounting tray at the bottom, which it can fit up to 2 3.5-inch hard drives. The cable tying points are in area that are easy to access, and all the cable holes for you to go through the cable from the back to the front are all in places that are easy to locate as well, and all of their holes are very big, making all of your cable easy to go through without much issue. And for the power supply support and space of this casing, it's a nice space, with it having the support of power supply of up to 160mm, such as this one. But with our own trial, we are able to get power supply of bigger than 160mm as well, by just removing the hard drive tray over here. So such as this Corsair HX1200 is able to fit into this casing. And finally, for a case that's airflow focused, how's the airflow of this casing actually like? Well, instead of us telling you how it is, why don't we show you with this clip over here, where the configuration will be the out-of-the-box configuration of this box, and we'll show how the airflow is like. And that's all for our review of the Montech Mesh X3. What do you guys think of this casing? We think this casing is a very budget-focused casing, great for people that are looking to squeeze every penny out of their build, with it having great ATX expandability, good airflow, and not forgetting the 6 included RGB fan of this casing. It's really good value and very hard to beat. 真係平靚正. We hope this video helped in your quest to find your next gaming case. Will you guys be getting the Montech Mesh X3? Let us know down in the comment below. And do remember to like, share, and subscribe to our channel. We'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye!